So hopefully your mom or dad said this to you. This is what my mom said to me. Always do your best, and life will give you your best. Always, you guys heard this before? Always do your best, life will give you the best. So, but we never had this conversation. And the conversation is, but what if your average talent, average skills, like most people? You do your average talent and average skills. If I did my best with average talent and average skills, what might we expect? Using that theory, we would expect to get average. Well, no one wants average. We've had this conversation before. We don't decide on Friday night to, hey, honey, let's go to an average movie. We say, let's go to a great movie. Or we don't say, let's, hey, go to a average restaurant. We want to go to what? A great restaurant, okay? So I wrote down here, how could you ever hope to excel and make a ton of money in our business if, in fact, we were average? And in fact, aren't most of us average people doing average things? In most cases, a lot of you extraordinarily well. We'll talk more about that in a minute. So here's the question. What makes high-paid agents highly paid? What makes high-paid agents highly paid? Practice. So is it their talent in every case? No. In fact, in most cases, highly paid agents aren't particularly talented or don't start with an amazing talent in the very, very beginning. I wrote down here, an interesting thing is that most people are of average skill and talent, and at a minimum, generally, we start at the same place in most of our careers. So I'd asked you last week about the 4 people that we met or saw at the Superstar Retreat. Ted Bacara, Lisa Ray, Mike Darda, and Mike Ireland. And my question to you was, what do we have in common with those 4 people? Anybody remember the answer? Every one of them started at exactly the same place as all of us. And where was that? Hello? At the bottom.
The beginning.
In the beginning. Genesis chapter 1, page 1. In the beginning. In the beginning. Okay? They started small. They didn't know the scripts. They didn't know how to fill out a contract. All they were taught, in essence, really, was how to pass the test in most cases, right? Isn't that what we were all taught? Go to a class, learn, take the practice exams, pass the test, and all of us pretty much started at a very similar place. Then they went out and took a listing. Hopefully that's what all of you did at some point. You took a listing. And then they went out and took a what? Another listing. And then another listing. And then another listing. And then another listing, another listing. And then in Mark Darda's case, he's taking a couple hundred listings every year now. Pretty amazing stuff. I wrote down here, they were average people doing average activities. Nothing special. Average people doing average activities. They just did it over and over and over and over and over and over again. Until such time as they're up on stage and we're applauding them for doing amazing things. Making big money, on the way to make huge money. So I wrote down here, that means average or even below average talent is not an excuse for average or below average performance. So because we start potentially at average, doesn't mean we have to stay average. We have an opportunity to change. So I wrote down here, to do your best is achievable by anyone, yet the majority of people never do their best. Why? Complacent. Why else?
Fear.
Fear. Fear of?
Rejection.
Fear of rejection. Okay, good. Why else? No written goals. So no why. Okay, good. Why else?
Don't look at me.
Sorry, why do I keep looking at you? Well, I'm not, but I do.
I know.
My head just keeps doing this, and it keeps going there, that's all. Don't take it personally. I was actually deflecting and going over to Freddie.
Okay.
So it's like a bank shot.
Schedule.
Your schedule? Okay, so we're getting down into the details. Most people do just enough to keep their job. Think about this. Most people do just enough to keep their job. Whatever that is in life, they do just enough to keep their job. Just enough to live the lifestyle they've become accustomed to, whatever that lifestyle is. So here's a question. Have you ever thought about how much better your life would be if you always did your best every day? You got up on time. Now, to do your best, is it real difficult?
No. No.
Anybody here, as I'm just having, the camera and I are talking. Hello, camera. Annabelle. It depends. So sometimes doing your best could be hard. So okay, all right. So give me an example, you guys. How could doing your best every day be hard? Help me. Okay. Well, you don't want to do it. It doesn't mean it's hard. Okay? Annabelle?
Saying just our daily life outside of work.
Our daily life outside of work gets in the way.
Absolutely.
It gets in the way because we allow it to get in the way. Because Karen Bernardi has a daily life. Neil Weichel has a daily life. Do you see what I'm saying? They choose to do it different. Meg Middleman, who will probably do $1 million GCI this year, it'll be her first year. She has a daily life. Why? Well, she chooses to push some of the stuff aside. Not all of it. Not all of it. But it's a choice. Okay? What else gets in our way from doing our best? Grandchildren. Okay. I concede that point. Grandchildren are great. So here's a question I want to ask you. We all really want to do our best. And we're all capable of doing our best. And if you're not doing your best, are you capable of doing a little better than what you're doing on a regular basis? Say yes.
Yes.
Absolutely, right? Absolutely. And if we all did just a little bit more on a daily basis in the different areas, over time, we'd get more. So here was a question. When you walk out of the house, you walk out of the house in the morning, those of us that have spouse or significant other or children at home or whatever, when we walk out of the house, do you think our spouse, significant other, or children thinks we're going to work to do our best or not? Our best, right? And that we're going to put in a grade 8 or a grade 6 or grade 12, whatever it is they seem to believe that we're going to do. I mean, that's what they believe. So what if we put a video camera on all of us? What if we put a video camera on all of us and we took a video of your day, and then when you got home, your spouse, significant other, or kids could view the day? Would you be proud of what they saw or not?
Proud, yes.
Some proud, some not as proud. But you get where I'm going with this, right? Some of the families would say, what did you do today? Where were you? What did you say you were doing today? So draw a line on the paper. Brian Tracy says, self-esteem is the reputation you have with yourself. Self-esteem is the reputation you have with yourself. You say you're you say you're going to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, or you say you're going to get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. The alarm goes off, and you reach over and you hit the snooze alarm, okay? You know that. Okay? Your reputation has preceded you in your mind. You know that. And so when you do that, what happens to your self-esteem? Does it go up or go down? Down. Goes down. When your self-esteem goes down, how do you feel about yourself? You don't feel good about yourself. And when you don't feel good about yourself, how easy is it for you to go do the activities that need to be done on a daily, weekly basis? Do you guys get what I'm saying here? Yeah. It's hard if you start the day with the alarm. Start the day by not getting up on time. When does the morning start, by the way? The night before. The morning starts the night before. If you have a drink the night before, it's harder to get up the next morning. If you stay up later, it's harder to get up the next morning. If you are out partying and you're in whatever, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning and the morning now starts, don't ask, right? I'm going to get lost in that one. The morning starts the night before. If you eat too much the night before, is it easier or harder to get up in the morning? Harder. Plus, then you run into the weight issue. And then the self-esteem starts on that. Whoa, I'm trying to lose 5 pounds. Well, it's hard to lose 5 pounds if you eat at 10 o'clock at night, you have a couple drinks, and when you have a couple drinks, aren't the chips and salsa easier to eat when you're having a couple of margaritas? I will never have a chip or a salsa pass my lips if I'm not eating a margarita, drinking a margarita. But the minute that margarita takes about 30 seconds, goes down, the chips are just looking fabulous. Fabulous. Huh? And you got it. And the waiter comes right around then. You know? And originally you weren't eating a lot. And now, bring the kitchen. Bring the kitchen. So, self-esteem is the reputation you have with yourself. The reputation, the self-esteem, how you feel about yourself. I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm not smart enough. I'm not talented enough. I'm not disciplined enough. I'm unorganized. I'm not good enough. I'm not in that great a physical condition. I can't finish this because I don't finish things. All of that and 1,000 other limitations that we put on ourselves by pouring all that negative stuff into that self-esteem. The self-esteem is the reputation we have with ourselves. So how can we turn that slightly? Do what you say you're going to do. Under promise over deliver. You want to feel good about yourself? You want to feel fabulous about yourself? Say, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z today. I'm going to do a 5-5-10. Well, in some cases, we can't do a 5-5-10. We can do a 3-3-1. All right? But do a 3-3-1, and then you'll feel good about yourself, right? Say yes. If you do a 3-3-1 3 days in a row, that you feel good about yourself. Tomorrow, and then 4 days from now, you'll do a 4-4-5. Whoa! You'll feel awesome about yourself. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
You want to feel good about yourself? Under-promise yourself and over-deliver. Under-promise yourself and over-deliver. It's like building a muscle. I wrote here, well, it's true that if we argue for our limitations, our lives will be limited. It is also true that if we argue for the opposite, we will enjoy lives without limitations. Because we limit ourselves or we not limit ourselves is all what's going on in our head. And write this down. Your limits are only your opinion. Your limits are only your opinion. Your opinion. I get that your opinion counts to you, but it's only your opinion. Your limits, what's limiting you today in your life, where you are, is only your opinion. I can't lose weight. It's too hard. It's an opinion, right? Because the truth is you can. You choose to, you can. I can't get up. I'm an evening person, so I can't get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I can't do that. True or false? Well, it's your opinion. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. By the way, how hard is it to change your opinion? We see this in politics all the time. Boy, that's the greatest politician in the world. Oh, I can't stand what that guy just said. Can you believe what that guy just said? Look what he's doing now. Oh, look what he did. You know, he passed that bill. That was great. Oh, that bum. Throw that guy out of office. We change our opinion on the politicians that we like. Each day, every article that comes in. Different articles, different people from different perspectives. It's an opinion. And we're swayed constantly back and forth. And we're changing our opinion. So think about what is holding you back. Door knocking, phone canvassing, working expireds, working for sale by owners, learning scripts, learning dialogues, mapping property, making 20, 25, 30 contacts a day. Whatever it is that's limiting you, think about it's only your opinion. I wrote down here, small steps daily, not giant steps occasionally, will get you to your goals. You can do anything you put your mind to. You can do anything you put your mind to. You choose to do it, you can do it. Put your mind to it. Then write this down. What I do daily will bring me success beyond my wildest dreams. What I do daily will bring me success beyond my wildest dreams. See, I kid you sometimes that today matters. I say this all the time. Today matters. What you do today, the actions you take right now after this meeting matter. What you will do today will matter. If you push people off and you say, I'll talk to you later about that, and you focus in, 10 minutes, we're going to go to an advanced script class. We've got 75, 80 people in this class. Our advanced script class is right here. Right here. And I guarantee you, we won't have more than 40 people. We have 75 right now. What happens to the others? You don't have to go anywhere. Okay? We're not moving to another room. And yet, half the group won't make the class. Now let me ask you a question. If learning what to say and how to say it at a higher level could help you make more money, have a better life for you and your family, would that be a good use of your time or a poor use of your time? A good use of your time. And yet, some of you will have things that you'll do that won't put you into that room. What you do daily brings you success beyond your wildest dreams. If I do what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it, I will have phenomenal success. The actions you take today will speak volumes as to the success that you will have in the next week or 2 or 3. The actions you take today will speak volumes about what's going to change in your life. What lead you're going to pick up, what listing you might get, what lead you're going to follow up on. Take action now. Take action now. And let's make this the best week we've ever had. Thank you.